Hello guys, welcome back. It's Alyssa, Nerdy Nurse Reads. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. If you're coming back, thank you for coming back again. I really appreciate it. I'm really late. It's like the 8th of March, so happy International Women's Day, yay! But I'm really late doing my Shop My Shelves because it's been really hard for me to get this list ironed out. So we're just gonna do it. I don't even know where to start. So I've already read a few things. My neighbors are really active today. I'm waiting for the mailman to deliver something. So there may be a strange man walking behind here. I'm really like subconscious, but we're gonna try. I should probably stop and say what Shop Your Shelves is. So I have been trying to do this initiative where I read more of the books I already own, which I was doing really well on in January. I'm sort of failing at it again. I'm trying to get better. But the idea is that we have so many books that we already have on our shelves. So when we go to make our TBRs and we go to do stuff, just trying to focus on the things that I already have over things that aren't new, because there are also so many good new things coming out every month. And especially when you get sent things, that makes it a little bit more difficult. But yeah, more neighbors. They must think I'm insane. Anyway, so that's the premise. Now, this is not a firm TBR. I am still a mood reader. I do get distracted. I have not read everything, as you can see from Shop Your Shelves to monthly wrap up. I do not always read everything, but it's a good place to go. Like when I'm looking for something to read, I can go to my book cart and I can pull out something that I've pulled out for the month, and it makes me discover things I've already had on my shelf too. So that's the idea of Shop Your Shelves. Anyway, let's go into what I've read. So let's start with a few things that I've already read this month. So I read The Conductors, which is a really great magical, speculative historical fiction. It's set post-Civil War in Philadelphia and has a dual timeline during slavery, like pre-Civil War. Slaves have magic, white people have magic, slaves can't do the white people magic. There's mystery. It's about this lady, Hetty, and her husband, Benji. They have this marriage of convenience. They solve mysteries. It's really interesting. The magic system's kind of a soft magic system, but it's nice. I want to know more about it. I'm hoping she writes more. I hope they solve more mysteries. If this is like a series, I don't know what the plan is. She's a debut novelist, but it was really good. I also read The House of Holo, or just House of Holo, which has this stunning cover, which comes out next month, that was sent to me by Penguin Teen because I did the cover reveal with them. This book, first of all, it says it's for 12 and up, grades 7 and up. I think that's a little young, but okay. So this is super dark fairy tale, kind of gothic horror, and as a 37-year-old woman, was I scared? No. But would 15-year-old me have been scared? Heck yeah. Like 100% would have been scared. So I think that this was fantastic. I could not stop reading it. It is so good. So stinking good. I'm not gonna tell you anymore. I love it. I loved it. It was so good. So anyway, that was on my list. I already read that. The other thing that was on my list that was sent to me by this author. This is an indie author. This is Vince Taplin. I've been seeing this Alex Six floating around Bookstagram for a while. He reached out to me on his own and asked if I wanted to read and review it. I read it yesterday. Could not stop. It is insane. Like, the plot is insane. The writing could use a little bit of work, but I think it's his first ever book. So, I mean, kudos. It's great. It's a little bro-ish in the language, but then the main character is a little bro-ish. So it's probably fitting, but I would need something else to compare it to, whether he just kind of always writes in that tone or if he's just writing in that tone for this character. But man, the plot of this book was crazy. It's like Fatal Attraction meets Verity. So good. I will read more of Saga. I don't have a plan to like finish it necessarily at any specific time. I just kind of read a little bit as I go. But admittedly, I did not read any last month. But that's sort of always going. For TBR Lowdown, good old TBR Lowdown, we have 2 books. We have our main pick, which just might be a little glossy, is Last Night at the Telegraph Club, which we are starting today on some reading sprints. So hopefully I'll see some of you you there. And this is like a mystery set in the 1950s in Chinatown, and we're really excited. So after last month's book, which was kind of heavy, this is like our lighter mystery. Plus it's March. March is good for mysteries and thrillers and dark fairy tales and murder. I knocked something over. And then to follow the mystery theme, we are reading this thing, A Gentleman's Murder. This thing, A Gentleman's Murder, which is written about, it's set in the 20s, and it's about a murder investigation. And it's written by an author who is from Singapore but moved to Canada. So, yep, more neighbors thinking I'm weird. Anyway, so we're excited for these to get our mystery on. It's been a little while since I've dove into the mystery world. Yes, I have no brace on. My hand is actually feeling pretty darn good today. I see the doctor in a couple days, so I'm really excited. Hopefully we'll keep going on this trajectory because it was really bad for a number of days, as you remember from some of my videos. Oh, there's just somebody walking. I think they just waved at me. This is getting awkward. Anyway, so the reason why this was such a hard shop your shelves to do is because I have 3 main books that I'm trying to get through this month, and they're huge. So I am listening to Game of Thrones so that I can catch up with my friend Lacey and read the second book whenever we get to it. So I'm about 40 some odd % through that. Holy crap, is that a big book. I am rereading Crescent City because a couple of my friends hadn't read it. And so I thought, hey, I'll reread Crescent City, not thinking that I was going to be doing a lot of these things at the same time. I'm about 50% of the way through this. And then I really want to finish the J.M. Buckler series, and Passage of Time is enormous. So those 3 are like my main focus. I haven't started Passage. I want to finish Crescent City before I start Passage because I can't do 3 enormous books at the same time. But I have been reading some of the smaller books as I go, as you can tell, because I read some of them already, so that I can at least feel accomplished. We are doing a buddy read of Honey Girl, which I showed in a haul recently, and I'm really excited to get to this. I will be buddy reading Covet with a couple of my friends, with Lacey and Aaliyah, who I normally read these books with, and Aaliyah and I love them. Lacey hates them. It's a fun time when we read it together, and I really would like to jump into this now, but again, this is beefy, but it will go fast, but I really would like to jump into this now, but I'm waiting for the 2 of them to be ready before I do it. I have a couple more things here. I will get to Throne of Glass. I really hope so this month because I need to keep going with this series and see if I actually like it, and then I can understand all of the references. I want to read Shadow and Bone because the show's coming out next month, and I haven't read these 3. I read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I didn't read these 3. I only have this and the last one. I don't have Siege and Storm. I have Rage and Ruin. So I need to find them. I found them, I thrifted them all. At the 2 I have, I thrifted for $1 at the library when the library used to be open and have the bookworm, you know, before the panty. So I'm excited. This should go fast, or quickly, or whatever English is. And then I'm also going to be buddy reading this with a couple of my friends, with Naomi, who's in TBR Lowdown with me, and I think with my friend April, if April has time. And this is the arrangement. It's, I believe, about a girl who is a sugar baby or something like that. It's supposed to actually be phenomenal. I really can't wait for it. And then I just have some hopefuls. I have 2 hopefuls, which if I don't get to them, I don't get to them. And then one is Once Upon a River, which again, I'm going to be buddy reading with people if we can squeeze it in, because we all have a lot of books this month. And an Enchantment of Ravens, because it's on my bingo board for the year, and I need to get something off of that bingo board this month. It doesn't look like I'm going to unless I finish Saga suddenly, but I'm really, yeah. I loved A Sorcery of Thorns, or Sorcery of Thorns, or if there's an A in there, I'm not sure. I loved it. I know that I've heard mixed things about An Enchantment of Ravens. I've heard mixed things about both of them, honestly, so I don't know which one is I don't know. So, this is what I knocked over before. It's this really lovely smelling hand sanitizer I got in my unplugged box, which you won't see that unboxing yet, so sneak peek, but it just smells really good. So, and since it's in front of me, I'm going to use it. Anyway, I'm going to try to wrap this up because I see the trash truck coming down and he's going to be loud. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Remember, we're trying to get this to 1,000 subs. Here's the dump truck. We're trying to get the channel to 1,000 subs. We are creeping up on 500 and I'm super excited. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to, if you're compelled to. I appreciate it. Interact with this. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Every little piece of interaction you have with this pushes it through the algorithm and gets more people to see it. And hopefully more people can maybe join our little community of weird book readers. But if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Leave down below, dump truck, because he made a special appearance. That is my neighbor who I swear to God waved today. I'm so embarrassing. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna wrap this up because I really need to read these stinking books, especially the big boys. Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry.